Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. Today we are building a fisherman and his lakeside cottage. Or it might be a seaside cottage, I'm not actually quite sure. But this is just a cute little build I put together. Right now I'm building the fisherman. His name is Gilbert Salinger. I thought Gilbert was a very cute name for him because his friends made me call him Gil, which is like a fish reference, so I guess it's like just I don't know, it's a fishing joke. But yeah, I think Gil is so cute. He's an elder, but he looks freaking fantastic for his age. I think he's probably in his 50s or something. So what I imagine for Gil's story is he's probably, you know, like I said, he's in his 50s, 60s. I imagine that he has grown-up kids, you know, somewhere off in the world, and he decided to just like retire from his job, buy a little cottage out by the lake or by the sea, I'm not quite sure, and just kind of like spend the rest of his days, you know, fishing and chilling and just being a master fisher. But I think he is so cute. I give him this cute little hat. It's kind of like a paperboy cap, which obviously isn't like a fisherman's hat, because I know fisherman's hat are like they have wider brims and they're more about sun protection. This is just like a fashion choice, but I think it looks so cute on him, especially the plaid. I think it's absolutely adorable. He's definitely a man with a little bit of fashion. I love his glasses. I think he's adorable. I love his beard. I really like cute little elderly men. I think they're so cute. But I'm putting together his outfit here. Like I said, he's a fisherman, obviously, so I gave him this coat, which just always reminds me of fishermen. I don't know what this type of coat is called. It might just be called like a fisherman's coat. You're gonna hear me say the word fisherman a lot during this video. But I'm also gonna put together the rest of his outfits. I mean, we're not like playing with this character or seeing or anything. I just wanted to put together his whole ensemble just so we get to know him a little bit better. Because the build itself was pretty short. It was a pretty quick build since the lot itself was so small. So I wanted to, you know, add some detail in, especially with this specific character. For his athletic wear, which I'm putting together now, I imagine this is like the clothes that he wears while he's fishing. So I gave him this little like sweater pullover because it probably gets a little bit cold out on the lake / sea, not quite sure. And I gave him these green pants, which I thought were so cute. His whole kind of color scheme is like khaki, brown, tans, you know? Like he's a very like natural, like, he has a very natural color palette, I would say. And you see the same thing kind of reflected in his home. A lot of khakis and greens and things, you know, things like that. I imagine he likes calming, neutral colors. But yeah, so he's a retired old man who likes to fish, you know? Very simple, very simple concept. I don't know. I just, you know, sometimes I just think of these random things and I'm like, you know, I should build a house for a fisherman, and now he is created. I am basically God. I'm creating this human man who will go live by the sea. But this is his cold weather outfit. Just gave him a very simple little, you know, button-up sweater. I do imagine he's a grandfather at this point, and I imagine he very much loves his grandkids. As you can see, he's family-oriented. So I imagine he probably brings his like grandson or, you know, his grandkids out on like his boat, and they like go fishing together and stuff. I thought that would be a really cute little thing for them to do together. Anyways, we are on the lot now. I love this lot. I don't use it as much as I should. It is like prime location for lot building. You know, like maybe this is just a builder thing, but like lot selection is like a very important part of building for me because it really paints the rest of the picture, you know, really paints the vibe and the atmosphere, especially in terms of like figuring out entrances and exits. I love this lot just because it's so beautiful. It's like you get this nice patch of green right by the lake or beach, not quite sure. And it just has like this whole pathway connection next to it, and it's just like a beautiful lot. This is in Brindleton Bay, by the way. But it's just a beautiful lot. I love this lot. But anyways, as you can see, I'm putting together his little boat here. This is his fishing boat. He's got some, I'm assuming, are like crab or lobster traps or something in there. His little van where he like, you know, he uses it to drive around his boat. And then I'm building his little cottage here. I mean, technically it's just a fisherman's home. Like, I don't know why particularly I'm calling it a cottage. I think it's just because it's so small and the location of it is a little bit odd for a home. But he lives here. It's not like a temporary like vacation cottage. He like just lives here. But it's like his little retirement spot, you know? I never honestly thought about what I would do when I retire. If I retire, I mean, I may not never ever retire, depending on what I end up, you know, like fully pursuing. Hopefully interior design. I really would love to just do interior design the rest of my freaking life. I'd absolutely love it. And I can imagine myself being like a little old lady still designing interiors, and I'd have a lot of fun doing it, so maybe I won't retire. But if I did retire, I don't quite think that I'd be the type to go out and like buy a little cottage and just go fishing. I feel like if I retired, I would like move to like a very exciting place, you know, so that even in my old age I can, you know, have fun and go on adventures, and, you know, I mean, we'll see when we get there. I'll let you know. We'll catch up in 60 years from now and we'll see how it's going. But as you can see, I'm putting together the exterior colors now. Like I said, a lot of greens, browns, very natural looking. He has a little rocking chair on his porch, which I thought would be so cute. He can sit on his rocking chair while he waits for his like grandkids to be dropped off, so he can like spend the day with them. I should have made his grandkids. I thought that would have been so cute. As you can see, this little weather vane on top of his roof, because obviously he's a fisherman. He didn't need to like be aware of the weather very much, you know, so he doesn't get caught in unpleasant conditions. And we're putting together the inside now. It is a 1-bedroom cottage. Obviously, he doesn't really need a lot of space. He's alone. I didn't really think about his partner, like if he had a spouse who perhaps, passed away, sad, or maybe he's divorced, or maybe he's just like a single dad. I don't know. I honestly didn't really think about it. I like the idea of him being a single dad. He's just raised his kids, you know, as a single dad, and then now he's just off on his own, spends his weekends with his grandkids or something. He's a cute old man. I really do like him. Gil Salinger. That was such a random last name. As you can see, putting together his interior living room right now. I liked this rug, but I do end up changing it just because I didn't feel like it was exactly the right vibe. I thought that he would be, I don't know. He's like obviously a fashionable man and he has some taste, but I did think that a lot of things would be a little bit older fashioned, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. He's still reading the news. He's got a little coffee mug. Little pile of mail, you know, from his bills, I guess. A little chair in the corner. I wanted the furniture to look a little bit older, like he's had it for a long time, or like maybe it came with the house when he bought it or something. Gave him an old-fashioned TV. I mean, this doesn't exist in like an older time period. Like, this is modern. I just imagine that he's the type of guy to have like old stuff, you know? Like, he just doesn't really care to update his stuff. He probably has like an ancient cell phone, you know? He probably has like just like a flip phone Nokia from like the early 2000s. Like, I don't see him as like a iPhone kind of guy or any, you know, any smartphone. But he's adorable. I wish this guy was my grandfather. Not that I like really would love to like go fishing on a lake, but I don't know, maybe. Have any of you ever gone fishing? I've been fishing once when I was a kid. Twice? Once. And we caught like trout, and then we ate the trout, and I didn't like how it tasted. And I didn't like looking at the fish or touching the fish. Fishing is not for me, is what I'm trying to say. So let me know if you guys have ever gone fishing before. It seems like an experience that I always see in like movies and TV shows, but I don't know if like very many people have actually had that experience, you know? Like, it's kind of an odd thing to go do nowadays. I don't know. That's just my perspective. But let me know if you're the fishing type. Have you ever gone like fishing with your grandparents or something? But yeah. Anyways, we're in his bedroom now, as you can see. Very simple. You know, honestly, this whole lot is very, very simple. It's just a quick build I threw together. And I actually really I like how it ends up. It's very cohesive, I feel like, in terms of the color palette and in terms of the tone. But yeah, he's got this big old dresser. He's got a little scarf hanging off because he's a guy definitely to wrap a scarf around. Gonna put in, let's see. All right, now we're in his bathroom now. I remember like not putting that much effort into the bathroom. But you guys know me and bathrooms, man. I just don't really like decorating them. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes I do. It just depends on the bathroom. And now we're in his kitchen, which is also just like the little entryway into the home. So you just like walk right into the kitchen, which I figure would make sense for him. You'll see later on I added some like mud tracks and stuff. So he has like a place to like wipe his dirty, muddy shoes, you know, like on tile rather than, you know, the wood. I don't know. Anyways, this is his kitchen. I'm using the cabinets and counters that I absolutely adore. Like, I love how they look so worn and it's just so perfect. I love it. As you can see, he's got a little fish on the counter that he was like cutting up for some food. I'm gonna hang a little hanger thing of pots over his stove. You know, I always see those in restaurants and in movies and stuff, but I've never like seen them actually in someone's house, like in real life. I've seen them in like those architectural digest videos on YouTube, you know, how they do like tours of people's homes. Like they did like Kendall Jenner's home and they did other people's homes. And I've seen like hanging pots there. Maybe it's just a rich person thing to have like hanging pots. That's how you know you're rich, if your pots like hang in the middle of your room. But anyways, we're coming up to the end of this build. Please let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you ever gone fishing or what you think of fishing or what you think of fish, I guess. What's your favorite fish to eat? I don't know what my favorite fish to eat is. You know, I like tilapia. It's pretty cheap and it's pretty freaking yummy. I really do like tilapia, but let me know. You got any fish recommendations? Let me know. Anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.